I'm gonna video my install of our wood stove chimney in an attempt that if it goes wrong, I have documentation of it that I can show a professional and show them what I did, or hopefully get comments on how to do it right, because we have had issues with this that I will further get into as the video goes on. I'll go ahead and lay out the fact that we have replaced the old roof metal sheet because our last one actually had a piece of ice come and it slid off the roof, was sliding off the roof, hit the chimney pipe, and then just dented it in and kind of messed up that panel. So you can see up in there, the hole's already cut. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna drill holes here, basically all the way around, and then I'm gonna go up there with a jigsaw and cut that hole out. So this is the old stovepipe. Something I'm going ahead and doing is I went ahead and took this section off. I'm prepping the new pipe, which is over there. I'm also gonna be taking off the rain cap. You can see on this one where it came in and just smacked it. It's got that big old dent in it. I could probably pop that out, but as you can see, this has been a, well, we'll get to this. So I went on the inside and I I drilled out the holes in outline that we're now gonna drill with the jigsaw. Me and my fiance Rachel over there absolutely manhandled this together. It was not fun at all. Highly don't recommend. You're gonna get pissed off. But manhandled that together. Once I get this hole cut out, we're gonna drop that in there and make adjustments where needed. I now have the hole cut, and I'm going to test fit it through here, and Rachel's gonna go inside and make sure it fits. So we have test fit the pipe in the hole, and it does fit, and it's nice and snug. I wanted to keep as little air gaps in there as possible. Now, one of the issues with our install is that we're installing it on a piece of the roof where it laps over, and there's not really much that we can do about that. You want to avoid this if you can, but it's sometimes unavoidable. So one of the things I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take this row of screws off, and I'm going to go through with some caulk, and I'm going to seal this entire ridge all the way into here, and I'm going to seal all of this with caulking as well. And on top of that, I'm going to cut off a piece of this waterproofing tape that's usually used for windows and doors, and I'm going to put a piece right here. And then when we drop the stovepipe back in, I'll caulk around the edges again. So I've gone through with my sealant, and I've sealed up in here this entire spot, as well as sealed this entire ridge. I went ahead and put the screws back, but I'm also going to go back through where the seam itself is, and I'm going to caulk all of that after we put that in. I'm going to go ahead and trim the roof boot, and I should have done this and put this on before I put the rain cap on, because that thing is impossible to get off, and I'm not going to do it again. So we're just going to do it from the underside this time. We have a 10-inch around pipe, so where it says 9.5 to 10.25, this line right here, we're going to cut away. So I got the roof boot on. Very hard to get on, very annoying, but we got it on. Now we're going to put this piece in the hole and get it fitted in. Okay, so step 1 of the install is complete. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and I'm going to put a nice thick bead of caulk all the way around here. Most of the time, you don't need to do that. You just do the boot. But I'm being over precautious here and just going to go ahead and put a bead around it. I will let that cure. Now, next step, I'm going to go through with the flashing tape, and I'm going to put that, once this cures, all the way around there. Once I've done that, that's when I will go ahead and install this, and I will continue with the video then. Pardon the mess. I'm going to be cleaning all this up, and down here. But it's been raining a good amount the last couple days, and there have yet to be any leaks. So as of right now, everything is looking fairly good. I'm gonna go up there and show you guys what it looks like up there now. So I didn't film it, but I went through and I sprayed the Flex Seal spray around the entire thing as well, which seemed to help. I'm gonna be letting this area dry, and I'm gonna be hitting it with another coat of that Flex Seal spray. Look at this little guy. I'm gonna clean up around it again, hit it with another coat of that Flex Seal, and then the boot is gonna go on. So stay tuned. So I went ahead and sprayed some more of this leak stopper rubber flex, basically, you know, Flex Seal. I went ahead and sprayed more of that up under here. And so now, oh, come here, Mr. Acorn. So now it's time for the last step, which is, well, close to the last step, which is gonna be putting the boot on. Push these around these ridges, and then we're gonna go through with some silicone, put it underneath here, screw it down with all of our screws, and I will get back to y'all after that. All right, the boot is on. Went through, put all the screws in, and I also went through on the exterior. Not only is there caulking underneath this metal flashing piece, but there's also now caulking all the way around the boot. So all of the screws are in, all of the caulk is on. And then I also went ahead and put a ring of caulk around this. I ordered a storm collar for this that'll go around it to also help prevent any water from going down in there. But this is the second to last step. Once this all cures up here in about 24 hours, we're gonna go through with another round of the Flex Seal, and we're gonna get a nice thick coating all the way around the boot, and then we'll be done.
All right, last but not least, we put the belt on, or we put the boot on, put some caulking where it connects up there. Get out of here, you acorn. Put some caulking around the edge here. Then we went through with this, sprayed it all around the edge, all over the screws. If this thing leaks, I give up, but yeah. So I think I kind of already explained this, but this is way overkill. You should not have to do any of this. Most people can just either put the boot on by itself and that should be good, or some people even just do the caulking around the pipe itself. You should not have to do all of this. But if you see where our boot is installed, and I don't know how people avoid this, but there's ridges. And with this ridge in particular right here, it's where two of the panels lap together. And so that's why we went through and did the caulking all the way up. That is why we did that. But this is overkill. You do not and should not have to do everything that I've done. But I will keep you all updated. You all. This isn't for anyone in particular. This is just kind of me documenting it so I can go back and look at it if it does fail, or show somebody that knows what they're doing. Everything that we've tried. And if this fails, I guess I just give up. I don't know. But anyways, that's the install.